Author Harlan Coben's written many New York Times bestsellers. In fact, his latest mystery, Fool Me Once, is currently #1 on the Times fiction list. But until recently, he'd never written a children's book. That changed after he saw the remarkable work of a young artist named Leah Tinari.
That's what I love about your artwork. There's always something, like he's sticking out his tongue over here.
Author Harlan Coben's idea for a children's story was inspired by Leah Tinari's painting.
Where did this story come from?
Well, it actually came from one of Leah's artworks. She has a picture of a refrigerator, and I started to think about how we all put our life in our kitchen.
The magical, fantastical fridge is the story of a boy transported into the drawings on his refrigerator door, brought to life in Tinari's exuberant images.
You were definitely, as a kid, one who didn't stay in the lines, I imagine.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah. What a surprise. Yeah, I'm shocked to hear it. Interesting, neither was I.
It's not fun to stay in the lines.
Tinari, whose latest show opened in March at the Castle Fitzjohn's Gallery on New York's Lower East Side, is known for her bold colors and strong portraits. She studied drawing as a child, growing up in New Jersey, before going to RISD, the Rhode Island School of Design.
I was a jock. I was playing soccer. If I didn't go to art school, I was probably going to go play soccer. I was kind of this Jersey girl, and then I showed up at RISD, and my eyes, I was floored. It was amazing.
After graduating, she worked as a scenic painter for set props, but then sold her first drawing to the New Yorker magazine.
I started doing some illustrations for rock bands or musicians, stuff like that.
Nike commissioned her to do an ad campaign.
I did 8 portraits of these very sort of strong, amazing female athletes,
including Serena Williams and soccer star Hope Solo. Tinari's own work focused around her family life, pictures of friends at parties, and selfie-like portraits of herself.
And what took you there?
I think Instagram. I think selfies, I feel like it's even embarrassing to say out loud. And it's so hated. Everyone's it's so narcissistic.
But something about it fascinated you, obviously.
Yeah, it's fascinating. And it's just a really up close, in your face image, that is, I feel undeniable. I just went there and yeah. I did not have a choice. I was selfie hostage or something. This is a portrait, a selfie of Mars and I.
Her paintings became even more personal when her son Mars was born. And gradually, Mars had his own ideas.
Mars asked you to do this?
Yes. You'd be like, Mommy, make me a portrait of army men fighting monsters in Africa. He literally has these army men, and he had these plastic helicopters, so I just started drawing.
Mars had more requests. They became a series of watercolors and eventually a show Tinari called Mars's Planet.
And it was really fun. And then it was really fun because it felt like we were collaborating in a way.
It's such a cool way to connect with your kid.
Yeah, it's so awesome. It's been pretty special.
This is your refrigerator door.
Yes.
It was at the Mars's Planet show that Harlan Coben saw this painting of the Tinari family fridge.
And that's when he contacted me and was like, I think there's a story here. Are you interested? I was like, yes, I'm interested. I'm so interested.
And so began the adventures of Walden, modeled on Mars, the boy who gets sucked into a drawing on his fridge door.
Talked a long time about how to first get him in that picture.
Yeah, how he was going to be sort of grabbed, into this other world.
Was it a different experience doing a book like this?
Yeah, it was very different because, as a novelist, I have a report card that says does not play well with others. It's just all by myself. But what Leah came up with was actually better than what I imagined, and that's where the magic kind of happens.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
This book is really a family affair because not only is Mars in it, but Leah's husband Marty is in it, Harlan's daughter's image is in it, and his parents. So it's really cool. Your son's been reading it, right?
Yeah, I like to make Zane like a guinea pig for the things that we do here. So I brought it home, and I initially said, I have a surprise. He got angry and said a book is not a surprise, but is now obsessed with this book. He wants to read it every single night. So it really has become one of his favorites.
Very cool.
The art's so great.